Hello everyone, let us see questions based upon different types of derivatives. So first you can see exercise 5.2 already I have discussed earlier. First exercise 5.1 was based upon continuity, 5.2 is based upon differentiability, and chain rule questions are there in exercise 5.2. Now from exercise 5.3 in NCERT textbook I have already discussed the concepts. Let us see the questions now. First question I am choosing from implicit functions. So it is exercise 5.3, question number 7. Implicit function. See, sin square y plus cos xy is equal to k. Sin square y plus cos xy is equal to k. This is your question. Now, how to solve it? See, in this, it's an implicit function, it proves it. How it is implicit? See, it is function of y, here it is x and y both. So when the more than one variable is present, it is implicit function. Now how to differentiate it? You just simply write differentiating both sides with respect to x. Or differentiate. Now see here, sin square y is a function of y and y is a function of x. So we have to apply here chain rule. Again I am reminding, sin square y is a function of sin y and sin y is a function of y. In the same way, cos xy is a function of xy and xy is a function of x. So here in xy we need to apply the product rule. So see, one by one we have to apply this chain rule here. So it is sin square y. So derivative of sin square y is 2 sin y. Try to understand. Derivative of sin square y with respect to sin y is 2 sin y. Then derivative of y with respect to x is dy by dx. Plus, then cos xy. Cos xy, derivative of cos xy with respect to xy is minus sin xy. So it is minus sin xy. Then cos xy is a function of xy. Then xy is a function of x. So how to differentiate xy? Second function, derivative of x is 1 plus x, derivative of y is dy by dx. That is derivative of y with respect to x is equal to derivative of constant as 0. Again I am repeating how I have done here. Sin square y, there is sin y whole square. So sin y whole square or sin square y is a function of sin y. So derivative of this is 2 sin y. Then sin y is y, sin y, one I have left here, one part I have left here. Sin square y, derivative of sin square y is 2 sin y. And derivative of sin y with respect to y is cos y. Then derivative of y is dy by dx. One thing I have missed here. Sin square y is a function of sin y, derivative 2 sin y. Sin y is a function of y, derivative cos y. Y is a function of x, derivative dy by dx. Here cos xy is a function of xy, so derivative is minus sin xy. And xy is a function of x, so derivative of xy I have written here y into 1 plus x into dy by dx. Now let us solve for dy by dx to evaluate dy by dx, that is derivative of y with respect to x. Now see, in this dy by dx is here and in this multiplication I will have dy by dx. So let us separate the terms having dy by dx, the term not having dy by dx. So we can separate in this way, derivative of y with respect to x. Here we can get 2 sin y cos y. So in place of 2 sin y cos y, can I write sin 2y? So it is sin 2y from the formula of trigonometry. So 2 sin y cos y is sin 2y. Then minus sin xy and this one. So minus x sin xy. Try to understand it. Minus x, this one, sin xy, I have written dy by dx taken as common. Now it is closed. After that, minus sin xy into y will go to that side. So it is y sin xy. So minus y sin xy, change to that side, y sin xy. Now, what can you find about derivative of y with respect to x? It will be equal to y sin xy upon sin 2y minus x sin xy. If anyone wishes to write more steps for it, they can write more steps. So whenever you are using chain rule, you have to write here by chain rule. Whenever it is applicable, you have to write it by chain rule. I have done it. So in this way, the question number 7 is solved. Now next is question number 10. Same exercise 5.3. Question number 10 I am talking about. See what is that? Y is given as tan inverse 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square. 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square. Now, there are two methods to solve this type of question. First method is, again apply this chain rule. Tan inverse 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square is a function of 3x minus x cube 1 minus 3x square. And then 3x minus x cube 1 minus 3x square is a function of x. So you can apply that method, but that method may be lengthier. So we have to apply in inverse whenever we are considering the inverse trigonometric functions. So it is better to substitute rather than to directly differentiate it. So wherever you are finding these inverse trigonometric functions, try to substitute it and convert into simple, or you can say circular functions of x, that is trigonometric functions of x you have to change. Now see, if I will put here tan theta, then 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta will give me tan 3 theta. So tan 3 theta, tan inverse tan 3 theta, by definition of inverse, it will be 3 theta. So it is easier for us to evaluate. Let us do that. Putting x is equal to tan theta. One should understand why we are putting tan theta. Therefore, y is equal to tan inverse 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Now see, it will be tan inverse tan 3 theta. Now can I write y is equal to 3 theta? By definition of inverse trigonometric function, I can write by definition of inverse trigonometric function. Now let us find this 3 theta. From here, can I find y is equal to 3 in place of theta? Can I write tan inverse x? Again by definition of inverse trigonometric function. So it is tan inverse x. Now differentiate. Simple inverse trigonometric function I have got. Now differentiate. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, you will get dy by dx is equal to 3, and derivative of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square, and that is the standard derivative which I have given you earlier. So the last result is dy by dx is equal to 3 by 1 plus x square. So that is the result. Okay everyone, this is the result. So next is exercise 5.4. Exercise 5.4. See question number 4 everyone. It is given directly differentiate with respect to x. I can just let it down as let y is equal to sine of tan inverse e to the power minus x. Very nice question. See, y is equal to just y I have let it down. It is not needed, but I have done it to make it easier, to make it visible, make it easier, easy going. So sine of tan inverse e to the power minus x. Now you can see sine of tan inverse e to the power minus x is a function of tan inverse e to the power minus x. Tan inverse e to the power minus x is a function of e to the power minus x. E to the power minus x is a function of minus x, and minus x is a function of x. So this will be your method of applying here chain rule. So let us write it. differentiating both sides with respect to x using chain rule. I have written using chain rule because directly chain rule is used here. Derivative of y with respect to x. For your better understanding, I am just suggesting you to follow this pattern. Derivative of e to the power minus x is a function of minus x. So from basic function, derivative of minus x with respect to x into derivative of e to the power minus x with respect to minus x. Then derivative of tan inverse e to the power minus x with respect to derivative of e to the power minus x. Then derivative of sine of tan inverse e to the power minus x with respect to derivative of tan inverse e to the power minus x. To verify, you can just go through. Sine is tan inverse e to the power minus x. Tan inverse e to the power minus x is function of e to the power minus x. E to the power minus x is a function of minus x. Minus x is a function of x. In this way, you can check you are right or wrong. Now, derivative of minus x is minus 1. Derivative of e to the power minus x with respect to minus x is e to the power minus x. Derivative of tan inverse e to the power minus x, it will be tan inverse x derivative is generally 1 by 1 plus x square. So it will be 1 by 1 plus, this is x, this is working as x, so e to the power minus x whole square. You can do that. Now into derivative of sine, that is cos of tan inverse e to the power minus x. This is your final answer. You can leave here also the question, the solution. So it is minus e to the power minus x cos tan inverse e to the power minus x by 1 plus e to the power minus 2x. This is your final answer. Now the next question is based upon the same type of concept. The next question is question number 10. Again you let y is equal to cos of log x plus e to the power x. Cos of log x plus e to the power x. Now see, cos of log x plus e to the power x is a function of log x plus e to the power x. Then log x plus e to the power x are separately the functions of x. So we can differentiate accordingly. Let us apply again the chain rule. Differentiating both sides with respect to x using chain rule. Using chain rule. I am applying here again the chain rule. Now see, derivative of y with respect to x is equal to. Now derivative of, first of all I will find derivative of these two. Derivative of log x plus e to the power x, it is just the sum or difference of two functions with respect to x. Then derivative of cos of log x plus e to the power x with respect to log x plus e to the power x. Now, derivative of log x plus e to the power x. Derivative of log x is 1 by x plus derivative of, here log x means base is given e, natural logarithmic function of x. So derivative of log x to the base e is 1 by x plus derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. This is your first derivative. Next, cos of something is given, so derivative is minus sine. So minus sine, you can use curly bracket, log x plus e to the power x. You can leave your answer here also, or you can solve further also if you wish. So let us solve further. So it is minus sine, we can take it out. So minus, you can solve this one also. So it will be 1 plus x into e to the power x into sine log x plus e to the power x divided by x. You can just check. 1 plus x into the power x sine log of x e to the power x by x. So this is your final answer. In the next, we will see next some more questions.